So I do want to give a quick shout out to AOC. AOC did make she's one of 100 people to make Time Magazine's top 100 most influential people of 2018. That's impressive. That's extremely impressive. If you all recall, her candidacy really did come out of nowhere. I'm not even joking when I tell you her first interview, or one of her first interviews, was conducted by my friend who is now in college. He's a younger guy. He was 17 years old at the time, relatively unknown. His name was Michelangelo Hamilton, and AOC was just trying to do whatever she could to get elected, and she was going on everybody's show. And his show, that was one of her very, very first interviews. And it was so funny whenever I saw her rising in popularity, and I remembered that. I'm like, wow, that's the same one? But yeah, it was her. She took the country by storm. She made a lot of people start paying attention. She exposed a lot of people's hypocrisy. Now, that's not to say she hasn't made any missteps, because she has. And we're actually going to talk about one in this video. That's not to say she hasn't made any missteps. That's not what we're saying. At the end of the day, AOC is undoubtedly one of the world's most influential people, period. Definitely top 3 most influential politicians, but as far as most influential people are concerned, I mean, she's the most popular politician on Twitter. I think maybe Donald Trump's more popular. But like, even though Donald Trump has more followers, obviously he's the president, on average, I mean, the retweets and likes that AOC gets is kind of it's a lot. It's impressive for me as a millennial. I'm 30 years old. AOC just turned 30. To see someone overcome a challenge as big as Joe Crowley. Remember, Nancy Pelosi tried to downplay Joe Crowley like that was some small thing to do. Oh, no, it was not. This man was second in line to be Speaker of the House. Nancy Pelosi didn't want the smoke. She didn't want the competition because Nancy had failed so often to keep the House, to get significant legislation passed, that Joe Crowley was going to be the natural transition, and in all likelihood, he probably would have won if it wasn't for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who was going up against a Joe Crowley who wouldn't even drop out of the race once he lost. In the primary, I mean. So then she takes that popularity and then she goes on the television and says, yeah, I'm a democratic socialist. That's a big deal. Then she made a few missteps along the way rhetorically, but then she picked herself back up. When she basically, when they try to hit her for Medicare for all, how are you going to pay for that? She was like, okay, how we keep paying for these wars? However we're paying for that, that's how we going to pay for this. So like, she's learning, she's growing. And like I said, for better or for worse, it is impressive to see a 30-year-old freshman congresswoman be considered one of the most influential people in the world, because she's inspired so many other young people to run and believe they have a chance at winning. And of course, Bernie Sanders is also on that list. I didn't see an article with Bernie in it, but I'll be damned if he isn't on that list. He should be top 5. I mean, if we're going to be honest, but we'll see. But yeah, I think it should be said that AOC's influence, for better or for worse, once again, is undeniable. Thanks for watching that segment of Mika Says Sukasa. Don't forget to join us on Roku and catch our Roku exclusives. Also, help us reach our goal of 500 patrons on Patreon. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and JustNForm.com. But more than anything else, always remember, find your balance. Peace.